Hello everybody, welcome back to another brand new reaction video. I am Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered, and it's time right now and to begin shortly. That I myself am going to react to is Scrooge McDuck versus Wario. Oh yes, my favorite kind of treat that I myself am going to react to Scrooge McDuck versus Wario rap battle. And before we react to this video, by the way, please be sure to give this video a like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. That way, again, you guys absolutely will not miss a single video that comes on this channel. So anyways, without that being said, hope that you guys do in fact enjoy this video. And likewise, and always, I'm definitely going to react to this video. So why the heck not? So also, by the way, definitely subscribe to the original person if you have or have not. Then I recommend you do so, and that will be absolutely, again, appreciated. So, anyway, without further ado, folks and ladies and gents, it is time. I'm going to react to this video already, and hopefully this video will be pretty dang good. So hopefully we're going to find out and see and find out what happens. So, anyways, that being said, let's just get to this video, and man, do I feel a bit excited to react to this video. And of course, I'll probably be explaining on, like, what will be the next video about, since I might still mention about the Texans or whatever, but like I said, that's going to probably be waiting for a little while, but, we'll see what happens. If they don't lose to Jaguars or Titans or whatever they're going to do, but you know me exactly, we're going to find out and see if Texans don't lose to any of them, but find out and see shortly enough. But anyway, let's resume back to the video, and then of course, after that, Final Wars 3 will begin shortly. Thank God. Which, yep, that's what I said, is thank God that the third game is going to be ready soon enough. So anyways, enjoy this video, everyone, and enjoy this reaction. And let's do this right here in a 3, 2, 1, go. Enjoy the video.
Rap battle! Scrooge McDuck versus Wario! Begin!
Wario.
It's a wisecracking wisecrook who somehow okay with how long that his eyes took. Soaring to the top at your latest convenience. For my famous fortune is my greatest achievement. This short bird with a crooked cane became worsted when he could entertain family financially. For example, he was hypnotized to give away his money all happily.
Nice. I love that roast when Wario said that. That was actually a good roast, not gonna lie. The roast was actually pretty good. Damn roasting from Wario. Man, I could really certainly tell and say the fact that, bro, Wario is dissing the hell out of Scrooge McDuck, which no, I have not paid attention to the crooked bird, a little bit of that crooked, so-called character from Disney or whatever. But nah, I've never heard of Scrooge McDuck, which I know he might be closer enough to be a cheapskate, which I think he probably certainly would. So, continue.
All adventures fueled by your passion, and Lord for Luigi won a big empty mansion.
McDuck, wholesome adventurer. McDuck, brilliant businessman. McDuck, golden lecturer. McDuck, consistent quadrillionaire. These are all the things that I am that you're not. You're best remembered by your bad case of gut rot. When I play a game, I feel the virtuous joy. I am Duck Birdline's virtual boy. It doesn't matter how many gems you've unearthed. Just ask my butler how much this duck's worth. I'm sure where you're from, you're all over duck corners. But you'll find I'm the one around here who barks orders. Proficient at mischief and stealing goods. Yet you're croaked to toad and you're on bleeding woods. You're a villain, you betray your friends for enough cash. Down one side, zigzagging like a mustache. Wario's wares have worn out their wealth. Common knowledge you're goon and I still can dispel some.
What damage you want is the...
Bruh, sure, whatever you say. Right, whatever you say, Scrooge McDuck. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. But also, I did pay attention a little bit of the roasts a little bit while I was looking at them. But sure, whatever.
Have worn out their wealth. Common knowledge, you goon, and I still can dispel some.
What the damage you want is the power up to me. Such a withering old body can't stand up to my physique. I'm a gem of a man with fine eye for jewels. Stopping gold bars harder than you dropped out of school. Games in the home, micro games in your pocket.
He dropped out of school. That was actually pretty funny. I love the fact when Wario said was that you dropped out of school. Good roast. Good roast coming from the guy who actually is owning pretty much likely Scrooge McDuck for a little bit of that one, but nice bars.
True, stopping gold bars harder than you dropped out of school. Games in your home, micro games in your pocket. I'm honest, with my triumphs, how can I be modest? Your lackluster games can't match my profit. Stay off the moon, I put my face on it. Have to use your nephews as a launch pad, even your...
Ooh, using one of the Matthews as like a launch pad. Damn. Bro, Wario actually took the freaking own right at the guy's face. Like, that was actually pretty good. I loved it when Wario actually combined the word. He said he's gonna literally use their Matthews as a launch pad.
Stay off the moon, I put my face on it. Have to use your nephews as a launch pad. Even your animations are a run fan. My titles are timeless, nobody's more macho. Such a bravado, you won't live up to your motto. Directing and story shows, I'm a jack of all trades. While you share the spotlight, claiming all the praise. And team sold down, you were destined for sadness. Bring joy to millions, you always stay callous. Plain influence, you are easy to create. Do a better thing than me, living up to your namesake.
To switch to modern, you've lived out your usage. And you seem less like pops and more like excuses. Mark my influence, treat uniqueness like it's vital.
What? Okay. That there, I did not exactly pretty much would say for excuses, but sure, whatever you say again, bruh. Is that I'm not very much like we're gonna pay attention to whatever he said about saying like, oh, you're like using your power-ups as for excuses. Like, nah. You cannot be pretty much blinded from the eye.
Usage. And you seem less like pops and more like excuses. Mark my influence, treat uniqueness like it's vital. You tailor your life after your greatest rival.
Mario's just a loser, can match my size. Such a tight face, you never hide it, I smile.
With all the hoaxes I've heard, this buffoon's no surprise. But for you, this next verse is personalized.
You're past your prime and finding less ways to hide it. Ice skills overflowing, this duck is just lucky.
You're a hacking, howling, garless glycate.
You got that right, buddy.
Push me bagpipes and I wanna take advice. Think riding your friend's coattails will suffice? I'm a self-made duck, I'm tougher than the toughest. Smarter than the smarties, sharper than the sharpies. Multiple joining store, need no jargon. When you're in a bin, big boy, it's a bargain. Got my family behind me, for you it's common too. Throw aside your friends for a stash of gold or glum until
outrageous muskets, need more in production. You keep your old ways, even your first time's a dust.
I worked hard for my fortune, you do anything for a quick buck. Take more than bad smells to Scrooge McDuck.
With a movie and cartoon are done hearing these DuckTales. With a reboot cut, sure to see where you're
DuckTales. I love the fact when Wario Matt mentioned about DuckTales. Bro, the fact I love when he said was the word DuckTales. I mean, I'll still give Wario another point by any chance that, yeah, I don't think any of those hits are ever gonna land from Scrooge McDuck, so apologies to anybody for whoever just says like, oh, Scrooge McDuck did pretty better than Wario. Nah, I don't really think he ever did any better against Wario because it didn't fit. Like, why didn't it fit? Because I think the fact that Scrooge McDuck didn't fit most of the rapping rhyme a little bit just to rhyme anything. I mean, it just doesn't seem a little bit more sound like a bit of a rhyme roasting anything. Like, he's just caring about himself and his own freaking loot of his own money. Literally just doing that. Like, he's just literally going on by saying, like, I'm Scrooge McDuck. Like, I'm owned by trillions and the billions. Like, trillions of billions and trillions of billions. Like, he literally just goes on for many of those hours and just wastes a bit of hours of roasting him. Sorry, but Wario is the willing man of the winner here, so continue.
Scrooge McDuck. With a movie and cartoon are done hearing these DuckTales. With a reboot cut, sure to see where your luck fails.
I never needed luck, that's Gladstone's thing. I worked my way out of poverty, you stole all your bling. Couldn't leave people touched, so you decided to shake it. Trying to be the sheriff, but he just couldn't make it.
Right. Wario again still wins, man. Wario definitely wins, so relax. And also, pretty much I don't own the claim, by the way, so pretty much. It's only good to just only react to the video. So. music's pretty good, not gonna lie. I like that music a little bit. It's actually pretty good. So, anywho, I guess it's time I'd say that, well, man, I gotta mention and say this video right now that, okay, who do I think who won this battle here? Who do I think who really wins here? I'd say Wario. Now, why do I say that? Well, he mentioned a few other things as he said is that, bro, he freaking roasted Scrooge McDuck by using his nephews like a launch pad, which was actually a big roast. Seriously, I love that quote when Wario said that. Like, nice. Like, I love it a little bit. Which, by the way, I'd probably say that, sure, that was kind of funny. Which, I mean, yeah, seriously, it was a bit funny as I hear from him, which was just that funny. So, you can't tell me why otherwise. I think it probably would have been that hilarious. And also, again, all I gotta say, man, that this video is just interesting. Like, literally so interesting, man. Like, this entire video was just well freaking done. And I gotta say, man, bro, the video is good. And of course, I might have to get a tissue afterwards since I do have a bit of snots coming around my nose again. Which, by the way, I'll still go ahead and get a tissue and just pretty much do so. And man, this video, like I said, is just well done. And also, the pretty much the style of everything else is perfect and all, which is also pretty much good genius anyway to begin with. And man, Wario, for most of good sakes, is just amazing. Which, all I gotta say, bro, Wario just owned the freaking hell out of pretty much Scrooge McDuck after that, which he did so well that, yeah, I think it's pretty true that Wario is actually pretty much the winner, by the way. Which, yeah, I think he's definitely out of the winner. So, sorry to say this to Scrooge McDuck, but I don't think you probably hadn't throw any more bars that you could ever done. I mean, you pretty much were finished anyway, since I'd say is that, yeah, sorry, I don't think that's ever pretty much going to be possible to ever snatch up to Wario, because Wario actually owned him like 2 steps ahead. Like, literally 2 freaking steps. Just to pretty much own the hell out of him. Which, seriously, I think Wario is the main victor of the winner, since I'd say, yeah, Scrooge McDuck really didn't have anything else to pretty much roast him too much exactly, which I did pretty much understand what most of that said from what he probably said. I mean, he could have done a little bit of more roasting a little towards to Wario a little bit, just would have done that. But I think I'd say is that, nah. I think I'd say Wario is definitely the main winner here, since I think he won. Scrooge McDuck is just McDone owned. Or should I say, Scrooge McOwned, or McFinished, or something, or McDone, or something. I don't know. Sorry if I couldn't come up with a different insult by saying his last word exactly with his last name anyways. But, yeah, no worries. So, anyway, that being said, I'll definitely see you guys, in fact, absolutely, in the next video. And hopefully you guys, again, definitely, in fact, enjoy this reaction. And hopefully to say that, man, this video is just freaking good. Really good. Totally. And like that being said, as always, I'm definitely going to get going and definitely sign off here and there. And with that being said, man, I'll see you guys, in fact, absolutely, in the next video. And don't forget, by the way, that, oh yeah, I'll still mention about the Texans if they ever still did win or lose. Which, by the way, if they did lose to the Jaguars, bro, I would be pissed. I would be literally pissed if that happened. But if not, then hopefully they'll take on the Titans, which that would be also interesting. So, who knows? Like, who knows what might really consider to happen anyway, but I guess there might be another choice coming along with it anyway. But we'll see and find out by means necessarily, and hopefully so. And anyway, and also, by the way, I just want to say this before we wrap this up, by any chance of the video, is that this video is just not that bad. Would I still give this video more of a 10 out of 10 just because of the insults from what Wario was doing? Was the insults were freaking good. Literally the freaking best as I ever seen them. Which I did pay attention to what Wario was even saying, is that, man, that was actually freaking good. Like, literally good. And also, no, I don't pay attention to Disney that much, so sorry if I might have to say is that, well, there are some characters I might pay attention towards to, or not much likely pay attention towards to that any chance. But I'd still say Wario actually won. So sorry, I think Wario won. I think pretty much Nintendo already won against Disney. So pretty much. So anyway, this was just only a rap battle to begin with. This was just only a rap battle. That's just it. So yeah, and also I love the fact every time when Wario actually just called Mario's a loser. Like, bro, that was actually pretty decent roast. Which, I won't say too much of Mario as myself, but I think that was kind of a bit ironic indeed, just from what Wario said. But oof indeed, man. Oof. Anyway, I'll definitely see you guys soon enough, absolutely next time. So I'm going to sign off and just get on out of here and just definitely see you guys what might happen next time. By either A, Titan, I think it might be either A is just that Texans might lose to Jaguars or might lose to Titans. Not really sure. But I guess we might find out and see what happens in the next video. Since I probably might actually want to probably only just just explain about why is Texans already losing, the freaking heck they're losing, which I never expected them to lose like last year, which I know I might still have a bit of a conversation just pretty much towards from that. Just might say is oh yeah, I think that's what might be going on exactly. So pretty much. And of course, they might have to beat the Jaguars, which I know they might have to beat them by a 4, which I think they should supposed to beat them by a 4, because if they actually did, by the way, that would be close. That actually would be close if Texans would probably beat them to a 4, which I mean, they shouldn't probably be losing again to however that might happen, since I'm actually looking on the score and the places that I think that I might be somewhat worried to the Texans that they should try at least have another advantage and try at least to pull up something up exactly for the Jaguars not to even go on to the Super Bowl and see what that might happen. But man, I guess we might have to find out and say what happens, what goes around, and find out what happens. So we'll see. And by any means, we'll see. And I'm actually surprised that, well, at least the Titans are catching up a little bit with the Texans by any chance already. Is that, well, I think I have to say that, yeah, I think Titans really kind of actually was literally down last. I think they never even won closely as enough. But holy Jesus. Literally freaking 1 of 8. Bruh, they literally are losing by an 8, which I'm not that surprised to not understand why Titans are just losing by it, but, just yikes. Okay then. Which, by any chance, I don't get how that will probably be possible, but sure, I guess we might have to see where things might catch on a bit. So, anyways, that being said, I'm definitely gonna get going, and also I'll still mention in the next video that yes, Financial Wars 3 will still go on, as I will be making part 1, which part 1 apparently that's what I'm gonna be starting on with. So, anyways, that being said, see you guys next time, and my name is Golden Devin-Foxy, Remastered again, and I'll definitely see you guys in fact absolutely in the next video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And also, who do you guys really think who won the rap battle? Was it Scrooge McDuck or Wario? Because I think, to my opinion, I'd say Wario wins, not Scrooge McDuck. But if some people could agree or disagree, that's fine. But like I said, I think Scrooge McDuck didn't have any bars to throw in a little bit in the table, just to kind of make somewhat different insults to say anything to Wario, which I think he did make a few different similar points as I'm just looking at them. But I think Wario actually throwed really hard and well to just own Scrooge McDuck that fast. Or a little bit at some points where he said some roasts that might be a bit hilarious as he said them. So, anyway, I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out, sign out, and we'll definitely see you guys, in fact, absolutely in the next video. So anyways, take care, goodbye, and see you guys absolutely once again in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you absolutely in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next time. Golden Devin-Foxy, Remastered again. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. See you later, and sign out.